Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are live on Carrying Savannah Road in Shogunas, viewers. We are also live on Synergy Network, Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So remember, viewers, if you miss our live program at night, you can catch it the next day, a rerun from 11:30 to 12:30. So viewers, while we are at this, remember every night I always encourage you to share our live stream. It is important to us and it is important to you also that other people may know about the #1 current affairs program right here in Trinidad and Tobago. So share our live stream on Facebook, viewers. Remember, go on your Facebook account, hit the magnifying glass, which is the search button, type in Real Talk with Saieed Ali. When it pops up, like and share. Also on YouTube, viewers, TT Real Talk, subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. Also, to keep in mind, viewers, those of you who are expecting to have a big reward at the end of your fixed deposit, at the end of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years, you will be expecting it at the end of that time. Now, Real Talk is offering you 4% on our fixed deposit for 5 years and over. Now, the good thing about this fixed deposit is that you are getting your interest payment up front. Yes, you heard me right. Up front, you're getting your interest payment. So you don't have to wait 5 years or 10 years. You don't have to. As long as you sign a check, your check is cleared, you will get your interest on your principal that you have invested in a fixed deposit at Real Talk. Now, viewers, Real Talk Credit Union, be a member. Be a member, buy shares, open a savings account. Remember that, viewers. So, highest interest rate in Trinidad and Tobago is being paid by Real Talk. Remember that. We will match any and every fixed deposit financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to match them and we're going to beat them just for you, the citizens. Why am I saying that? For too long, Trinidad and Tobago, for too long, we have been taken for granted with our hard-earned cash. Little and nothing you're getting. Little and nothing you're getting. 1%, 2%. Have your money in the bank on a fixed deposit, but no big set of interest, and you're waiting 10 years. So all you have to do now is recalculate now, but wait now, I have 50,000 put on in a bank or in a credit union, and I am getting 2%. And I had to wait 10 years for 2%. Why not take out that and come down to Real Talk and get 4% per year for 5 years and over on a fixed deposit? And once your check is clear, viewers, the officer who enrolled you, they are going to call you to let you know you can come in and collect your interest payment up front. Nowhere you are getting that. Nowhere. So I'm urging you also, be members of Real Talk Credit Union, buy shares, open savings account. It will benefit you later on. Remember, viewers, we are a growing financial institution in Trinidad. Very soon we're going to be expanding all over the country. We're going to be in Tobago. We're going to be up the Caribbean. I am already making preparations to go up the Caribbean. I'm already doing that. Real Talk Credit Union will be the first credit union to venture outside Trinidad and Tobago. Outside Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, our financial institution in Guyana. Real Talk Finance and Investment is in Guyana, viewers. And Real Talk Credit Union will be in Guyana also. But nevertheless, viewers, we're growing. We are growing. I am a man with a vision. And once you are a person with a vision, and you take your vision and you put your vision into reality, you will grow. Not much people could take a vision and put it into reality. Not much. So as we start off our program tonight, a Shoguna's gun dealer, Saieed Ali, and 5 others have been permitted to review an alleged new policy for renewing firearm users' license, FULs. Justice Rahim granted leave to the 6 persons to pursue their challenge of the decision of the police commissioner, Earl Haywood Christopher, to deem invalid FULs which were not renewed during the period 2004 to 2024. The matter is expected to come up for hearing on May 2nd to update the judge on the interim relief agreement. He has also ordered both sides to put forward the argument in writing. In their leave application, Ali and the others said the decision by the COP potentially exposed thousands of FUL holders to criminal prosecution. It also complained that the new system announced in January was impossible and difficult to comply with. At the start of the year, the COP announced that all FUL holders had to renew their permit, including those who were issued FUL before 2004, when the Firearm Act was amended. The application also said in 2004, Parliament introduced a new renewal process for FUL holders to renew their license every 3 years. However, the 6 said the process provided no guidance on how this was to be done. The applicant or the application further contended that for the first time, the COP put forward the position that those who had failed to renew their FUL since 2004 no longer held valid license. Meaning, you are in possession of an illegal firearm. So those of you who failed to renew in 2004, you no longer held a valid license. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. This commissioner made a mess. A mess. Now, according to this, 2004, and you did not renew your license, you are in the possession of an illegal firearm. So are you going to be charged or not? Are you going to be charged for possession of a legal firearm or an illegal firearm? All those who had their firearms since 2004. Is it legal or illegal? Who knows? Who knows? It's sad, you know. So instead of the commissioner help legitimate gun holders in Trinidad and Tobago, she just made you an illegal firearm holder. You have an illegal firearm. What are you going to do? I'll tell you something. We're going from bad to worse in Trinidad. We're going from bad to worse. In other countries, you could sign up for a firearm 18 years and over once you are eligible to do so. In Trinidad, it's a fight down. It's a fight down. Imagine you, since 2004. Since 2004, according to the commissioner, upwards of that, and you ain't renew your license. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's sad, you know. It's sad that this move was made by the commissioner of police. So, I've asked the question on numerous times. Who is the commissioner of police targeting since 2004? Why that specific year, 2004? Why not 2003, 2002? Maybe 2000, why not there? But that specific year. It's sad, you know, it's really, really sad in Trinidad, yes? Anyhow, switching gears from that. We're going to hear about that later on in the week. Naparima MP Rodney Charles has questioned National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines about the 20 wooden ladder purchased in 2022 for the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service at a cost of $1 million. So wait now, boy. Nobody in Trinidad couldn't get a contract. So much woodworking individuals they are in Trinidad. So much woodworking companies, furniture builders in Trinidad and Tobago. You're going to tell me they could make 20 ladders? It's sad. According to information received from the chief fire officer, Hines stated that no internal investigation have been conducted by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service into the purchase. Not in 2022 or any time before that. He added that the reason is because such an investigation was not previously deemed necessary by the fire service. Following a Freedom of Information request filed by a citizen, the matter generated widespread concerns. Hines said it was only at this stage that the Integrity Commission and the Audit General's Office launched probe into the purchase of the wooden ladder for the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. Listen to this.
Madam Speaker, according to information received from the Chief Fire Officer, no internal investigation had been conducted by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service into the purchase of the 20 wooden ladders in March of 2022. Bear in mind, Madam Speaker, that that process for the acquisition began in 2019. Or for that matter, at any time before or at all, no internal investigation had been conducted. The reason is because such an investigation was not previously deemed necessary by the fire service. Following a Freedom of Information request which was filed by a citizen, the matter generated fairly widespread public discourse. It was only at this stage that the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General's Office launched probes into the purchase of the 20 wooden vessels for the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. The Trinidad ladders. The Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service is fully cooperating with these probes and will continue to do so.
Now, viewers, he added that when the issue came up in the public after the Freedom of Information request, the Auditor General and Integrity Commission instituted inquiries, and it is still ongoing. Listen to this.
I can't understand how the member for Naparima will arrive at a conclusion of malfeasance when, as I indicated, when the issue came up in public after the FOI request, the Auditor General and the Integrity Commission instituted inquiries, and they are ongoing. But the member has already come to a conclusion. It is typical of the UNC. I'm not surprised.
So now Hines further noted that there were no issues with the ladder and have been used for decades in Trinidad and Tobago fires. He said it was false and wrong to say the ladders has never been used by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service.
Minister.
Madam Speaker, as I earlier indicated, there was no issue with the ladders. They were functional. They are used as they have been for decades in the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. There's no inherent dysfunctionality with the ladders, and therefore there was no need, there was no deeming of any issue before an issue arose sometime later. Thank you.
Member for Naparima.
Where that the ladders under reference have never been used by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service.
Minister.
Prepared and in a position to say that that is false, that is wrong, and it ought to be withdrawn.
We just heard that Hines said those ladders were in the fire service for decades. We just heard that. Those ladders were in the fire service for decades. Heinz just said that, but listen to this. 20 wooden ladder purchased in 2022 for the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service at a cost of $1 million. So if those ladders were in the fire service since 2022, how could they be in the fire service for decades? How could they be in the fire service for decades? Previously, Leo Ramkisoon, president of the Fire Service Association, stated that there must be an immediate investigation into who purchased 20 unstable wooden ladder for the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service at a whopping $1 million. $1 million spent for ladders purchased in 2022. Now, the ladders are now packed up behind the fire service headquarters because they cannot be mounted on fire trucks, according to Ramkisoon. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, Leo Ramkisoon is the president of the Fire Service Association in Trinidad and Tobago. He is the president of the Fire Service Association in Trinidad and Tobago, and he wants to know who purchased the 20 wooden ladder that is packed up behind headquarters for $1 million. Heinz is saying that those ladders have been in the fire service for decades. For decades. Heinz is saying that. But Leo Ramkisoon is saying they pack up behind headquarters that was purchased in 2022. Heinz saying the ladder's there for decades. Leo Ramkisoon is saying it is packed up or packed up behind headquarters. So who is telling the truth there now? Who is telling the truth? And this is what we need to find out. Because Leo is also saying that the ladders cannot be mounted on fire trucks. So, is it that somebody made a cut on the $1 million that was spent? Is it that somebody received, how we would say it? How are we going to say that? A kickback? So could Heinz now, Fitzgerald Heinz, come out and tell Trinidad and Tobago, if those ladders were there for decades, can Fitzgerald Heinz come out and tell the public who gave the authorization to purchase those 20 ladders in 2022 for $1 million? We need to know who purchased these ladders. We need to know who is connected in this purchase of this ladder that cost Trinidad and Tobago taxpayers $1 million. And now it's packed up behind headquarters, according to Leo Ramkisoon. Are we going to reach to the bottom of this? Is Fitzgerald Heinz going to come out and tell us who gave that order? Or who purchased this ladder? Did somebody get kicked back? I mean, it's $1 million for 20 ladder. $1 million. That's $50,000 for a ladder. $50,000. Let me tell you something. That man who makes $50,000 on one ladder, he very lucky. He very, very lucky. Because I'm sure I could bring in some hardwood from Guyana. I could bring in some hardwood from Guyana. And I'm sure I'm making 20 ladders. And I'm definitely sure me I spending no big set of money. I could guarantee you that. Call a good night.
Mr. Saieed,
Go right ahead, you're live.
I am sure everybody is aware of the International Space Station, the ISS,
Yes.
that is orbiting. Right. So I want to believe that those ladders was made or manufactured in the International Space Station and flown down to the planet.
My friend, thank you so much. So Trinidad and Tobago, $1 million up in smoke. Who is telling the truth? Is Leo Ramkisoon, the president of the Fire Service Association, is he telling the truth? Or is it that Fitzgerald Heinz is telling the truth? Now, who purchased the ladder? Who purchased the ladder? So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to hear the Fire Service Association roasted Hines for confusionist remarks right after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
So Trinidad and Tobago, remember, Real Talk is offering you 4% on fixed deposits. 4% on fixed deposit. And the good thing about it, you do not have to wait a number of years for your interest. You can collect your interest up front. Only at Real Talk. Be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union. Open a savings account. You can also buy shares. Remember, when you plant a tree today, you will reap a fruit in the coming year. Saieed Ali. Fire Service Association President Keon Guy have stated that National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines ascertained that the fire service is fully equipped, can be debunked by the government's failure to supply the breathing apparatus it has repeatedly promised. The ministry issued a notice inviting tenders to supply 225 self-contained breathing apparatus sets used by firefighters for oxygen and to protect against dangerous gases. The deadline for submission is June 6th. Guy said he was angered by the notice because such emergencies should not be met with a bureaucratic process. He previously pleaded for the ministries to supply the apparatus, as Hines promised again in his contribution to the 2024 budget debate in October. This is October last year. Guy complained that there were only 10 sets of apparatus for a force of 2,000 firefighters at 24 stations. Did I hear that? Now listen.
The fire service, I would say, probably needs approximately 400 breathing apparatus sets to operate. We probably have less than 10 in circulation right now in the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. We call on the cabinet to swiftly and expeditiously address this dire situation. Our firefighters deserve better.
Now Trinidad and Tobago, if Fitzgerald Hines is telling Trinidad and Tobago and the people of our country and worldwide that Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service is fully equipped, and we have the president, Keon Guy, is telling us that there are only 10 sets of apparatus, only 10 sets, for a force of 2,000 fire officers at 24 stations. Who is lying? Who is lying now? So are we going to say that Keon Guy is lying? Are we going to say that Leo Ramkisoon is lying? Who are we going to hold responsible now? Keep in mind, we have the president of the association, and we have the president of the Fire Service Association. Both of them are complaining that the Fire Service of Trinidad and Tobago is not fully equipped. While we have the Minister of National Security telling the world that Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service is fully equipped. Somebody's lying. Is it the minister that is covering his back? Because since October last year, President Keon Guy have been asking Fitzgerald Hines for proper equipments. It's sad, you know. It's sad when you hear the presidents of the associations, they have to come out and beg ministers, and ministers be like, oh, we hear you now, and you going forward. Serious? Who are they serving? This is the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. Do they not care about people's lives? It's sad, you know. It's really, really sad, you know, when you hear association coming out and saying one thing, and then you hear ministers saying the next thing, and look who ministers against association. It's really, really sad. It's really sad. It's like, I heard about the bacchanal that is going on between Colin and Bert. I heard about that. And 2-point-something billion missing. Couldn't give an account for. Backdated document, all kind of thing. I following it closely. I following it very, very closely. Now, Keon Guy, he said, the shortage of equipment has resulted in increased incidents of illness and injury to officers and greater public risk. Guy added that the association noted a worrying increase of injuries and illness he believes we associated with the job and would have been prevented with proper tools. He said at least 1/3 of the reported injuries in the past year were attributed to lack of personal protective equipment, PPE. Fitzgerald Hines, stop playing game. If you know you're wrong, you're wrong. Don't be wrong and strong. It's making you look like you're lying. It's making you look like you don't know what's going on. Because it's the association president against you. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But we would like to know who gave the authorization to spend $1 million in 20 ladders. According to the Fire Service Association, it cannot be mounted on a truck. It packed up behind our headquarters. It's sad. $1 million, and nobody has said nothing. Nobody has said nothing. $1 million spent. Taxpayers' dollar. Taxpayers' dollar. Paula, good night.
Good night, my lord. Premier, how are you?
My friend, how are you going?
I did, brother. What we going to do again, boy? How much we got to pray, how much we got to beg, and this other still doing wrong thing, boy. And we've seen what they're helping. They're seeing what's going on over the world right now with war. People, children getting killed, women getting killed, all kinds of people starving, all kind of work. And them still doing this thing. We reach too far, boy. We're too advanced in this world. We shouldn't be going down back. This was too big for this shippiness, boy. God be with you, my Lord. God bless you, brother. Take care.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, switching gears from that. Beetham Garden residents are complaining about a persistent stench in their community, which is emanating from a leaking wastewater line. The residents also expressed concerns about the deteriorating condition of several other sections of the line which runs through the area and ends at the Beetham landfill. The leak is located beneath a bridge in phase 2, and a resident stated that raw feces have been flowing into the drain and an overwhelming stench permitted in areas. President of the Beetham Garden Community Council, Joel Lee, said it has been ongoing for years and added that WASA have been aware for years, boy. For years? Come now, man. WASA, if all you are aware of this for years, what are you doing? What are you doing? All you ain't care. If this was in our community, what would have happened? If this was in our community, what would have happened? Is it okay for the children to get sick? Sad, it's sad, yes? Lackadaisical. Lackadaisical. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. We're going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, new land residents upset after a former petrotrain worker get lost.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Throws you a curveball, and you need a clear path forward. Trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Bacchanal now, Guayagawari residents and the LSA department in Trinidad and Tobago. Who is better than who? New Land Village in Guayagawari. Residents are up in arms after the Land Settlement Agency, the LSA, allocated 75 residential lots within their community to former petrotrain workers. All well and good. All well and good. But this is where the problem comes. Now, lamenting that it was unfair and disgruntled, residents said they had applied and were promised land in the community more than a decade ago. But to date, they did not know the status of their application, which is the sad part now. So land settlement agencies officials found it fit to give 75 lots, residential lots, to former Petrotrin workers. But to villagers who have sent in applications for over a decade ago, has no idea of what took place with their application. However, the LSA finalized the paperwork to give the lots at La Savannah Circular to former Petrotrin worker who were not from Guayagawari, they're not from Guayagwayari or Mayaro. And there was no consultation with villagers. Hey, this is madness. This is madness. This is really madness. So, hear this now. Come back to me there. So, Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this. Suppose now those villagers of La Savane Circular in Guaya tell these 75 former Petrotrin workers that they cannot come in this area now. What they're going to do? Tell me. Crime continues. This will make villagers kill. 75 former Petrotrin workers could get land in a community. And the individuals in that community have applied for land for decades now and don't even know what is taking place with their paperwork. How is LSA now going to handle this matter? How? And to top it off now, Trinidad and Tobago, these 75 individuals that receive residential lots, they're not even from Mayaro or Guaya. LSA, all better and better. This is why, viewers, in Trinidad and Tobago, we always have a bacchanal in our office. We always have fighting for land. You can tell me I live in Shogunas here and I apply for a residential lot in Caroni Savannah Road. And a man from quite down Princestown or San Fernando or maybe quite down Point 14 come and get a residential lot on Caroni Savannah Road and I apply about 20 years now. So where did my paperwork go? Tell me. LSA, where did my paperwork go? About 10 or 20 years now I apply. Only in see fit to write me a letter. But you take a man from quite down south or Cedars and bring him close to where I live in. And the sad part about this here, maybe you don't even know the area. No. It don't work like that. No wonder why crime always high. No wonder why. Caroni workers, some of them still waiting for land. It's sad, it's sad. It's really sad. Resident Carmen said they were promised land and had endured a lot of discomfort while the land was being developed. Newland Village Council President Sheldon Wilson recalled that villagers had applied for land under the former administration, Land for the Landless program. He said they had no problem with the former Petrotrin worker, but a percentage of the land must also be given to residents, which is quite right. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. You can't bring a man from quite down Cedars and give them a piece of land in Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas, and nobody from up here again no land. You know. No, I go tell you something. People go say this is inciting violence, but listen to this. That man from Cedros can't come and claim this land here, you know. I know what I'm telling you. I know what I'm telling you. He apply for no land, but he get land. I applied 10 years now, and you bypass me? You bypass me? No, that's madness. That is madness. People say, oh, side, you're inciting violence, but no, put yourself in them situation. This is all it is have to do, you know. Put yourself in an next man's situation, and then you go now. One mother of 5 also stated that she was relocated when the road was being built and is still waiting. Another resident also questioned on what base the land was given to former petroleum workers instead of villagers. Hey, this is really sad. Could the big boys in LSA come out and give some sort of explanation? Because I will tell you something. A man from Cedros, they come in Caroni Savannah Road and inherited no land, you know. And I had 10 years now apply, you know. I will tell you that. Paula, good night. Hello?
Yes, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Saeed, it's me from Lapai Village concerning the noise pollution. Okay, as you're aware, the EMA said new laws was coming in 2022. Nothing happened. In 2022 again, they said the EMA and police will team up to fight noise pollution. Nothing happened. The noise level in Lapai Village is pretty incredible for the past 7 years.
This noise pollution is in Lapai Village, that's in Caroni.
Yeah. I was in the office last week.
Yes, I remember. So hear this.
Friday, after 6 years, I went through all the revenue to get redress. Nothing helped. It is difficult to get police to come when you call them. Patrol is always out. However, last week Friday I went and I met a woman at WPC by the name of Ramata. Let me give her a kudos. She did a very excellent work. She greeted me warmly, welcomed me, took my report, questioned me, and she also acted on it. This guy was always make noise, threatening and things. And in 1 day time, this guy happened to stop his nonsense. But the noise in Lapai is still flourishing. It's become like a pandemic. Just imagine, you could have a birthday party whenever you wish, without any concern and regard for anyone in the neighborhood. And nobody can do anything about it. It is shameless to see and hear how people get on, especially when they take the desi daru and the head become hard. They start raising their voices and bawling like monkeys. It is very sad to hear things like this going on here pertaining to noise pollution. I could remember Alexander said that there has been some clause 27 that the police could charge for noise pollution.
Yes,
but
yes.
They never did do that at all. He even go much as saying that if your neighbor plays music in their house and you could hear it inside mine house, he considered that to be too loud. I would like the EMAs to address these problems concerning noise pollution. And not only by music, by using tools to absorb drills during night hours. Late in the night, cars and Lapai, they leave revving their engine and things. Sometimes there's a bar there when the bar closes off, the line on the street. Why the police will come and get everybody out, let it go home. And this is an ongoing thing in Lapai.
Is the noise pollution still active?
No special time and no special days. Any day, any time. But especially on weekends.
The Caroni police, have they visited you all in recent times? The Caroni police, what have they done thus far?
Well, last week I went to one of them, woman police from a town. I could give her a rating as excellent. She took up that same matter, putting it to noise and threat, and she sent out a patrol. This patrol guys, to me, they seem they were a bit aggressive with that person because police need to get on to sometimes people, no. Well, that person stopped cursing, stopped molesting me, and he's quiet as Islam. But in other street and things, you will hear it now and then, loud music, especially on evening, nighttime, late in night, sometime in morning. They have no special day, no special time. Presently, opposite my house, there's a funeral. 2 streets after, people still playing music loud like they don't care about the dead, far less they're concerned about the sick people around. Is there anything you could say or do on behalf of concerning the noise pollution in our country?
I will talk to the seniors in Caroni Station. I know 1 or 2 guys, corporal and sergeant across there. I will talk to them and find out how best they can fix the situation across there on the noise pollution.
Okay, I'll be very glad if they could rectify and fix this thing. People could stage up the thing anytime, make noise anytime, and nobody cares damn about it. Okay, thank you so much, Saeed.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, noise pollution is a serious thing, you know. It's a serious thing, imagine. During the weekend, I mean, you have a little party, family get together, we understand that. But during the week, man, nah, man, oh gosh, come now. We head into Guaya. Under the watchful eyes of members of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, scores of pupils of the Guaya Secondary School held a peaceful protest against violence. The children armed themselves with placards which read, "Spread the love, not hate. Respect for all." A teacher at the school said the peace walk was the first annual walk for the school in a bid to promote non-violence throughout the community. Its main message was to stand against violence in communities. According to reports, the school vicinity, the Newland area, is infested with drugs and drugs activities. A mic announcer who accompanied the people on their peace walk chanted continuously that all form of violence must end in its community and the peace is the answer. Paula, good night.
Hello, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Yes, yes, I want to just make a complaint about the Marbella police. They're not doing nothing for the noise pollution. It's terrible, day and night. A stone throw away.
Go right ahead, I'm listening.
I say, Marbella police, it have people making noise day and night, and it's a stone throw away from the police station, Marbella. And they're not doing anything about it.
Okay, all I heard you said something about Marbella police. What is going on in the area?
Noise.
Oh, noise pollution.
Yes, very bad. Yeah, day and night. The people can't rest. Sometimes they have to leave the house and go and stay by the friend for a few days because it's unbearable.
Okay, exactly where is this noise making that is disturbing the peace in Marbella?
It's just it's a restaurant.
A restaurant?
Yeah, but it's a few, about 100 feet from the police station. They know about it and they're not doing anything.
Okay, so a few houses away from Marbella police station, there is noise pollution.
Yes, day and night. It's very loud.
Okay,
No
how often
Every
during
day.
the week does it occur?
Every day.
Every day?
Yep.
Wow.
It's
So the
unbearable.
Marbella police station isn't doing anything about it?
No. It's unbelievable.
Thank you so much for the information, my dear.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
CC viewers, all you have to do is call and highlight the situation in the community. You know. That is all you have to do. And we'll try our best to address it. So we're going for a short commercial break, viewers. But when we come back from this break, we're going to hear police have cracked down on illegal parking on taxi stand. After.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Now remember, viewers, Real Talk is offering you 4% on fixed deposits. Be members of our credit union. And on the 4%, you don't have to wait for a number of years to draw your interest. You are getting your interest up front instead of waiting 5 and 6 and 7 and 10 years for it. You're getting the interest up front so you can afford to do what you have to do with the hard times that is hitting us. So at Real Talk, viewers, we have decided to do this. Give you your interest up front. So if your step breaking down, you could fix your step. You could pay for your child education. If you have an operation to do, you could pay for your operation. Imagine that. Imagine that, Trinidad and Tobago. We at Real Talk here, you're getting your interest up front on your fixed deposit. So you could fix your teeth. You could go for a vacation. You could buy extra groceries. You could pay bills that you owe in a couple months back and you was hoping to get a little money somewhere. Contact our office, viewers. Dropping numbers there. Contact our office, viewers. Set up an appointment. Come down, get the information that you need. And you can set up a fixed deposit with us. Now remember, Trinidad and Tobago, Real Talk Credit Union, we have finally gotten our license after a number of years. Yes, it took years to get a financial institution license. So we are licensed, registered in Trinidad and Tobago as Real Talk Credit Union. We are open for business Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Remember that. Remember that, Trinidad and Tobago. Real Talk Credit Union is a licensed financial institution. We are registered in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember that. Remember. So, St. James and St. Anne's taxi drivers says motorists are still illegally parking on their taxi stand on Hart Street, Port of Spain, even after being warned by the head of the municipal police, ACP, Sagram Singh. Workers at the Judiciary Parliament Hall of Justice, Nalis Police Administration Building, and the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment were told to stop parking on the taxi stand. However, one of the affected taxi drivers, Jerry Sukdeo, said the appeal for help are falling on deaf ears. He complained that a woman who was illegally parked on a taxi stand verbally abused him. Paul, I reckon, let them move the car. So to the taxi drivers of the St. James and the St. Anne's, hear what to do. Hear what to do. Any individual parking there illegally, call the wrecker to move out the car. Call the wrecker. Yeah, call the wrecker, man. Or hear what to do. Hear what to do. Do a little video of the vehicle that is being parked illegally on your stand and send it to me. 267-7325. WhatsApp the video to me and we will highlight it. I will do that for you. I will do that for you. The taxi stands are located opposite side of Hart Street, but last week the taxi were unable to occupy their designated spot because of the unlawful parking. So here the kind of people parking there now. Workers of the judiciary, parliament, hall of justice, NALIS, people working in the police administration building, some of them from TNT regiment. These are the kind of people parking there. So I want to ask myself now, where are the license officers now? Where's the traffic warden now? Where are the license officers and where are the traffic wardens? On numerous occasions, St. James and St. Anne's taxi drivers have been pleading for help. And nobody? So hear what to do. To the taxi drivers, do a video, send it for me on 267-7325, and we go light up the vehicles that are illegally parked on your taxi stand. I will do that for you. I will do that for you. It's sad, you know, hey. People from the judiciary parking up on a taxi stand. People, just imagine, people who work in the police administration building parking up on the taxi stand. All brave. 1 or 2 tickets on the taxi stand and a few demerit points. Director? Illegally parking. A little $2,000 fine, $1,000 fine, and some demerit points. Police don't charge police, eh? So where's the license officers now and the wardens and them? It's sad, taxi drivers complaining. So where's the record? Yeah, that's a good idea. Where's the record for Port of Spain now? The courthouse parking there. Imagine the people working in the courthouse disobeying the law. The people working in the courthouse, in the police administration building, in NALIS. But a maximum getting a ticket for $5,000. It's sad, Trinidad and Tobago, really sad. So hopefully after tonight, people from police administration building will find a car park. Taxi drivers do a video and send it for me. We highlight these vehicles and them that is illegally parking on the taxi. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, a rerun of this program can be seen tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Until we meet again, good night.